Heat checker.
Cunningham.
Get her ball. Get her the ball. One more time. Cross. A logo again.
Oh, no.
She's back.
Oh my God!
Dynamic
This isn't real.
player in the game.
What?
9 points in 38 seconds for
No.
Caitlin. She hit all 3 threes. And not only 9,
What's
it's
even
30,
going
but look
on?
at the depth
I
on
don't know.
these field
I'm
goal
living in-
attempts. She's certainly feeling
Oh
it.
my
Left
God.
side. Right
speechless.
side.
No.
Now come back to your favorite spot
Oh.
again. It doesn't
Oh.
matter if there's a hand.
What
in
am
her
I
face.
watching?
In a game that already feels immortalized the moment the final buzzer echoed through a stunned Barclays Center, Caitlin Clark didn't just show up to silence her critics. She forced the entire WNBA to take a hard look in the mirror and admit, a rookie could rewrite what dominance looks like under the brightest lights. As from her first possession, she sent liberty. Defenders into defensive scrambles that coaches and veterans had sworn would break her spirit. Yet instead, they found themselves watching a young star casually brush off their best traps and drop bombs from distances that even the most audacious shooters in league history would hesitate to test, setting the tone for what would become an avalanche of shattered records and a stadium atmosphere that turned from hostile to reverent before fans even realized they were chanting her name instead of booing it.
Back in the lineup, I'm ready to go.
I think you're just excited more than anything. It gets kind of difficult when you prepare for a game. Obviously, when I'm on the bench, still knowing the scout, knowing everything that the other team's going to do, and still trying to mentally prepare and go through everything like I'm going to play, even though I knew I wasn't going to play. So, doing that, but also knowing I was going to be able to be active today, I think gives you a little extra juice. So I'm certainly excited just to get back out there, get playing, and really good opportunity for us at home here, coming off of a loss. So it's a big game.
The opening three-pointer came off a broken play where Clark faked a screen, drifted out nearly to the logo, caught the pass with a grin, and flicked it so effortlessly that the net barely rippled, sending an early jolt through a Liberty squad that had spent 2 days drilling defensive rotations specifically to push her inside the arc. And by the end of the first quarter, she'd nailed 4 more, each deeper than the last, and the local broadcast team abandoned their pre-written.
We played the Liberty. There was obviously a frustrating ending. What lessons can you take from that experience, and how can that be applied to this, even though I know obviously Liberty look a little different with 2 starters out?
Yeah, I mean, I think certainly you take time and score situations, different versions of handling runs, offensively, defensively. Margin for error is small against a team like New York, and every play matters. Every time we send them to the free throw line matters. Every rebound matters. We can't afford to have empty possessions on the offensive end of the floor. You've got to play your A game.
Talking points about rookie turnovers to break out historical charts live on air, comparing her opening burst to peak Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi, only to realize Clark was outpacing both legends on shot efficiency and point per possession, which analysts later called a statistical anomaly they hadn't expected to see for at least another decade, if ever, while the Liberty frantically switched defenders, trying taller forwards, quick guards, and double traps from the baseline. Clark adjusted like she had been toying with them all along, slashing through seams, bouncing no-look passes to Boston and Mitchell for easy layups.
So I think we continue to learn lessons from the first time we played them and from our last game against Atlanta, every single day that we move forward. I think they're a different team. Certainly we're going to be a different team having C and Sophie back on the floor. We're going to tip the ball up and go out, and we're going to give it everything that we have.
Each assist drawing gasps from courtside reporters who scrambled to tweet real-time updates that she had just tied the rookie record for assists in a single quarter, and broke it by halftime, all while playing with a grin that visibly rattled. Liberty players who could be seen, exchanging helpless shrugs during free throws as if admitting they were now extras in the Caitlin Clark show. Record number 1 officially fell on her 4th three-pointer that pushed her past the Fever's single-game rookie mark 4 made threes. And record number 2 soon followed when she crossed her personal best for total points in any pro game. A milestone she didn't even celebrate because at that point, she was too busy jawing defensive switches and pointing teammates into motion like a floor general who'd been commanding huddles for 10 seasons, not 10 weeks. And when the Liberty tried to slow her by forcing her left, she simply spun off the help defense, hit a reverse layup plus a foul, and smirked at a camera that caught her mouthing, "Keep testing me." By the third quarter, the crowd's attitude had fully flipped, Half the fans now rose to their feet for her every touch, hoping they'd witness the next impossible shot, while the other half, loyal Liberty diehards, buried faces in hands. As Clark continued to pour in buckets, push the pace, and toss assists so creative they made highlight shows before the game even ended. With a sneaky baseline steal, she snagged her 8th rebound.
To get it inside to Mitchell. Those two have such a great connection.
Rebound, battled for. Clark comes away with it. Caitlin, outlet to Aaliyah, in stride, right post, then she banks it in. It's a dime from CC to AB. And that does it for a scintillating first 20 minutes at Cambridge Fieldhouse. It's the Fever 53 and the Liberty 50.
Locking in a fresh double-double that erased the old Fever rookie season record, making record number 3 official, and commentators noted that she'd now matched or broken 3 separate statistical thresholds in under 30 minutes of floor time, something no rookie in WNBA archives had ever done in one night. A feat that had even rivaled GMS, texting reporters that the rookie max contract conversation just took on a new level of urgency. Record 4 came in dramatic fashion when Clark hit her 6th three-pointer of the game.
About.
And Cunningham is
Caitlin
down
from the
behind
logo.
the
Oh
play.
my God!
But they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from 3. And Cunningham
Logo.
just now getting up as she stayed down near the free throw line on the other end.
Oh! Okay,
Just
why
coming back
did
Oh my
he take that?
gosh!
An ankle
Oh
injury
my
and then
God!
Johannes
And of
very
course, Marine
cool.
Johannes
Two
countered
players
it.
not
Green.
The
credible.
logo. But this is why I
Caitlin
love
from the
the
logo
NBA.
again! We got a shootout! We got a shootout!
Well,
Oh my
Again!
God!
fourth
No,
to go.
no, no!
But instead of a quick pop shot, she dribbled out a defender, crossed back over to the right wing, glanced at the clock, and fired from almost 35 feet, the ball arcing perfectly over an outstretched contest that would have blocked any mortal shooter. But for Clark, it barely grazed the nylon, and the building's collective gasp was so loud, it temporarily drowned out the PA announcer trying to declare her new three-point benchmark, which now stands not just as a rookie record, but among the top single-game, deep ball performances in franchise history, regardless of experience. The next milestone, record 5, unfolded almost quietly as Clark continued feeding teammates with bullet passes threading triple coverage, pushing her single-game assist count beyond a threshold that tied a franchise record set by an all-star. Veteran, nearly a decade ago, and once her 10th dime, found a wide-open corner shooter for a splash 3, Clark turned to the bench with a tiny shrug that said it all. She knew she had it all night long, and there was nothing Liberty could do but watch and hope she'd tire out, which she didn't. Meanwhile, with the fourth quarter winding down, social media erupted again as her running point total flashed past the magic 500 mark for career points, making record 6 official, the fastest WNBA rookie to ever hit that milestone, an accolade that turned her into trending topic number 1 globally with NBA legends and retired college coaches.
I don't know if you guys have seen or heard, but Caitlin Clark is in fact back.
Caitlin Clark. Then steps back with the 3 over Brianna Stewart.
Tweeting admiration about how perfectly she translated her college swagger into a pro system designed to humble all but the best. Not satisfied with just the scoring fireworks, Clark snagged another offensive board off her own missed floater, pivoted back out to the arc, dribbled between 2 defenders, and nailed yet another 3, setting record 7, most points scored in a single blowout win against the Liberty by any opponent. A dagger so poetic that even Liberty fans left in the final minute just shook their heads and muttered about how they'd tell their kids they were here the night Caitlin Clark broke every stat page. To cap it all, her final assist. A silky, behind-the-back dish through 2 defenders for an and 1 layup. pushed her stat line to an efficiency level so high it mathematically shattered the Fever's all-time rookie performance index for a single game, marking record 8. And by the time she finally sat down with a towel over her shoulders, the scoreboard showed a rout so decisive.
Clark nails it. A 17-0 run. Caitlin Clark now with 7 threes on the afternoon.
I thought Sid was fantastic today. She makes 2 huge threes for us in the second half. Soph was fantastic.
Final score, Fever 102, Liberty 88. And Caitlin Clark's return. Indiana fans, elated and amazed. The Fever are the first team to defeat the Liberty in 2025.
That Liberty's coach could only say in postgame, "We threw the kitchen sink, and she still found daylight," while Clark, ever modest, told the postgame scrum. Records are cool, but this team winning feels better. Though everyone in that locker room knew they'd just witnessed the bar being raised for every rookie that comes after her. And across the league, the buzz is deafening. If one 22-year-old can drop 8 records on a title contender's floor without even celebrating each milestone, then the era of Caitlin Clark isn't coming. It's here, alive, and rewriting history. Every dribble, every dagger, and every smile she flashes when defenders realize too late that there's no game plan big enough to cage what she's about to do next.
It is shocking to see Kennedy Burke miss 1 3 this season. She's leading the league at over 60%, but to see her miss a couple.
Count it. As Mitchell celebrates from the floor.
Mitchell is simply such a great cutter, and this time going again from the right side to the middle of the floor. Colson head up, finds her, drops the pass. What a tough finish as well.